Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Hasta Lasagna, Don't Get Any On Ya. I'm David Daniel, and I'm always joined by my co-host,
Mary J. Slide.
Great.
Because I'm sly with it.
Of course, I was wondering if you were gonna put that in there again. But yeah, we're doing movies from each year we've been live. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're up to 2016 now.
Yes.
So I'll go first. I've chosen The Nice Guys, directed by Shane Black, starring Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. It's a crime comedy movie. It's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. There's this bit where Ryan Gosling he's sitting on a public toilet, and he's trying to close a door while covering his private parts with a magazine, and he's also holding a gun, and he just keeps opening the door, and he can't get the door open, and he's trying to hold the gun and be serious, and it's just really good. And he has there's one scene where Russell Crowe's character breaks his hand, and he has the funniest scream I've ever heard. It's such a good scream. And it's just it's dirtbag Russell Crowe, which I love to see. Just big dirtbag Russell Crowe, having lots of fun. Yeah, it's so good. It's so funny. I think it's a masterpiece. It's Shane Black also did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which we mentioned last episode.
Yes.
And it's 116 minutes. It's about they're two private investigators, and they're trying to they're uncovering a conspiracy. And they're trying to protect this girl. And it's set in the 70s. It looks great. Outfits are great. Ryan Gosling looks great. Yeah,
Ryan Gosling looks great.
That's my pick for 2016.
Lovely. Well, my 2016 pick was, call it gauche, whatever that word even means. I picked La La Land because I just freaking love that film. Musical, what have you. The music in it is just bonkers. With all the themes that go through. And it's one of those films that I watched in 2016 when I was quite young. And it's just, even if you didn't understand the film, not that it's especially complex as well, just the colours, everything is just so captivating. And I sometimes especially when I was younger, used to get really angry when films wouldn't end up with the couple together. I was like, why have I just watched it? What's the point? You've just wasted 2 hours of my life. But you know what? This opened my eyes to happy endings, I should say, and how you can have relationships that really do amazing things for you, but just because all these good things have happened doesn't mean you need to stay with them. And Emma Stone. Yeah, Emma Stone. That's all I have to say.
That's really interesting. I've never actually seen La La Land.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta see it.
Oh, my goodness. I think you'd love it.
We both chose 2 Ryan Gosling movies.
Yeah, we did. So we're on wavelengths. We're wavelength friends.
On the same wave. Okay. Moving on to the next year. Is 2017. I've chosen a movie called Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread.
It's about a dressmaker who falls in love with this woman who's a waitress at this restaurant that he's at, and he's a very meticulous person, and his life gets upended by her, and it's one of the most romantic movies I've ever seen. It's actually in my Letterboxd top 4.
Hey.
Yeah. It's so good. I've only seen it twice. It's got a great score by Johnny Greenwood. It's Paul Thomas Anderson directed it. There's this bit where she poisons him.
What?
That is consensual.
What? What?
And it's so that like
You're not gonna elaborate.
it's so that she can look after him. And
What?
he doesn't die from the poison.
What? Okay. Okay.
It's a good movie.
Oh, take your word for it.
Yeah, maybe it's not for everyone. But it was definitely for me.
I love that.
Alright.
Wow.
Your 2017.
My 2017 pick is Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Because the first Kingsman, I think I just loved that film. And the second Kingsman, it had a great soundtrack. Like the fight scene at the end, it had Pedro Pascal. That's all you need. The fight scene at the end was like, "Come on, little ladies, around the world." The song word up, but country style. Oh my god, it's such a good cover, and I just love the continuity of having a villain whose cause is just. Like, Poppy's whole thing was to end the war on drugs, stop the criminalization of drugs, and it was essentially just showing how dangerous the drugs business is when it's in the hands of the wrong people, in the hands of black markets and stuff. And it's just like, it was such a good continuity from the first film where Samuel L. Jackson, what's his name? Valentine, his villainy was about global warming and how man is the virus. And like, it's just having really good causes, but just going about it the wrong way, and going about it how someone from that top % of society would quite happily think about going about it. And yeah, I just thought I just love that as a concept. But the film was bloody ruined, because what do you mean Harry is alive? Harry, my favourite character, Colin Firth, I love you, from the film before, who got shot square in the head, exactly between the eyeballs, is alive, and you reveal that in the trailer. You know what I'm talking about, David?
Yes, I remember.
It was just, God. And in the film as well, every time I watch it, the bit when Harry comes in, I'm like, oh my god, this is a great, like, plot twist if you didn't already know. And it's not even like one variation of the trailer included it. Every single version of the trailer for this film included that, including like the first teaser. I was like, what the hell?
That's bad.
I'm done with my griping now.
Done with your griping.
Yeah.
I don't remember this film very well. I remember the bit with, I won't spoil it, but I remember the bit where the guy sings John Denver.
Yeah.
That bit's really good. I remember there's like, this is a bit of a spoiler, but people get put into like meat grinders, like, and they're made into burgers. I thought that was really messed up.
Messed up.
I'm actually against that. Taking a hard stance.
Just the one hard stance.
Just the one. You gotta take a stance. Anyway, that's Kingsman of the Golden Circle. 5 stars. Moving on to the next year, 2018. I've chose 8th grade.
8th grade.
8th grade. It's a tween coming of age film. About this girl who's about to go into the 8th grade or finish the 8th grade. I'm not sure. I'm not American. And it's just like, it's the best thing I've seen of being that age and being very anxious and every situation feeling very heightened and scary. There's this great scene. It's one of the best like things about the internet that I've seen. She records like her own videos and stuff, and is like talks about like advice about the world and how to be yourself, and and there's this great scene where she's on her phone on Instagram or something, and Orinoco Flow plays by Enya, and it's just like it's such a great song to accompany the internet. I think.
God, love Enya.
Love Enya. Have you seen this film?
I haven't, no.
I would highly recommend it.
Yeah. Well, I'm intrigued. I like when films and stuff actually manage to capture what it's like being young and online and stuff, rather than just loads of emojis and, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's just written by a 30-year-old who's just got a TikTok account. And it's just like, oh, you're close.
Close. You're close, but no cigars.
No cigarettes for you.
Alright,
Yes.
What's your 2018 pick?
My 2018 pick is the hit I Feel Pretty, starring Amy Schumer. This film is truly, truly horrid in every single sense of the word. It's Amy Schumer, who, as we know, is so ugly, so ugly. She hits her head during a spin class on a bike, and then wakes up and thinks that she's so beautiful and skinny, and then she goes and interviews this receptionist job at this huge high what am I saying? This huge, like, high-profile beauty brand, and talks to them and is like, I know you guys aren't as beautiful and as skinny as me, and they're all like, what? You're so fat and ugly. But first of all, my problem with this is Amy Schumer is what the average woman looks like. She is not, like, she's not even that fat, like, and it's this whole huge punchline thing that she thinks she's beautiful, and I get it, but it's like, she goes to this beauty brand, this huge, like, capitalism, like, as in proprietor, like, capitalistic brand, whose entire, like, production for the past, or since it's been open, is just perpetuating those exact same beauty standards. And there's, fat old, how can she even fit through the door, Amy Schumer? It's just like, I understand the message of this film, and I do really appreciate, you know, anything that's to do with putting a spotlight on women not having to be skinny, not having to be perfect. But, like, it's just when films do that, but they can't even dare to cast an actual fat or not conventionally attractive person for it. She does my head in. Also, it's Amy Schumer. I want to spit on anything she does in the bad way. She's just, God.
Great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie.
Don't.
And I won't be seeing this movie. But I'm glad you picked it.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, Mary. Moving on to the next year, is 2019.
Yeah.
The movie I've chosen is Uncut Gems. starring Adam Sandler.
Yes.
This is a movie about a guy he's a jeweler. He's a jewel guy, sells like jewels and stuff. And he's like a gambler as well. And he owes money to a lot of people. It's just like one of the most stressful movies I've ever seen. It's like a guy who just keeps making bad decisions. But it's so good. It's funny. It's stressful. It's got a great score. I love Adam Sandler. One of my favorite actors. This is one of the few times he's done a serious role.
I was going to say, yeah.
He also did a serious role in Punch Drunk Love, which is by the same director as Phantom Thread. That's a great movie. Yeah, this movie directed by the Safdie brothers. And it's great. I think Adam Sandler should have won the Oscar. That would have been great if he won the Oscar.
Yeah.
He said that if he didn't win the Oscar, then he would make his worst movie yet. And then he made Hubie Halloween, which I haven't seen, but apparently it's quite good. Love Adam Sandler. What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
I was just thinking about that. For old time's sake, I probably have, I used to watch Grown Ups religiously when I was younger. But honestly, the one he did with the Jennifer Aniston murder mystery, I just really, any Adam Sandler film is just automatically so comforting. That, or Just Go With It.
Oh, yeah.
I love that film. I was so tempted to put that on my list for the last episode, but I didn't.
You did not just go with it. You just didn't go. You didn't go with it.
I just went away. Yeah. Yeah.
I love Happy Gilmore. That's one of my favorite movies. So funny. Yeah. Carl Weathers is great in that movie. Playing the golf trainer.
Oh, I know what my favorite Adam Sandler film is. Sorry, it's That's My Boy. With Andy Samberg, of course.
No comment on that.
Okay.
What's your pick? What's your pick for 2019?
2019 is the one and only Jojo Rabbit, directed by Taika Waititi. I just love Taika Waititi. I think anything he does is just great. Even that Marvel film he did where he didn't want to be doing a proper Marvel film, so he just directed a comedy with Chris Hemsworth. I still think that was great. Anyway, I just love this. I just love this film. I love the mix of actors in it as well, because there's Scarlett Johansson, who's done all sorts of roles, but normally more serious sort of things. But then the mix of Rebel Wilson and Stephen Merchant, I don't know, I just love that, because they're two very well known for comedic roles, but in very different ways. But I just think the entire film was so good. And the bit with Scarlett Johansson's character where, the whole thing where he focuses on her feet and every time she comes into any scene, so that when Jojo realises that it's his mum and who's been handing out anti-Nazi, not propaganda, but information and stuff, and has actually been working against the party. I just love that film. The whole crisis of faith at such a young age, just everything. I just love it. And his little face, he's so cute. And my favourite quote that anyone has made is, "Sorry, Tarantino, Taika's the only director that can give me chills by filming a woman's feet."
That's great.
Yeah. And it's just bonkers at how good at acting these little kids are. Like, how have you practiced this? How are you so good?
True. This is a good segue. What's some of your favorite kid actor performances?
Is it too basic to say Adolescence? Because that was just not so. He was so good in Adolescence. I know that's a TV show and not a film.
How dare you talk about the sultry land of TV on this show?
I'm trying to think of other child actors.
I really like
like
The Sixth Sense with Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
That's great. Great. He's pretty much the lead in that movie. It's him and Bruce Willis together.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Oh, I think also Saoirse Ronan in Atonement was just bonkers. Like,
How old would she have been in that?
I'm not sure. I think she would have been about 13.
Wow.
How she was so good. And she was so sad. And she really felt like she had to atone for... She was 12.
Wow.
And she really had to atone for what she did. And she really made me feel like she was atoning, which I think is the most important bit.
For sure. Anyway, moving on to 2020. I've chosen a movie called Shithouse. In the
Bleep.
What?
I said bleep.
Bleep. Well, actually, in the UK, it's called Freshman Year.
What?
So it's a less rude version of the movie. But it's about this guy's first year at uni in America. And he's like really lonely and sad.
No.
But then he meets this girl in some sort of communal living area.
Yeah.
And they just like walk and talk all night. And it's just like, just feels very, very accurate to like what it's like to like stay up all night and talk with someone.
Yeah.
And, it's got some music by Alex G in it.
G.
Alex G.
Oh.
Not to be confused with Ali G. Who's great. I love a lot of his music. He also did the score for I Saw the TV Glow, which came out last year, which was an amazing movie. Would highly recommend that movie. So good. But yeah, Shithouse. I'd highly recommend it to anyone who's at uni. I didn't go to uni, but it just seems like it's a accurate rendition of that experience.
No, that's so good because I think so many uni films show that like it's just partying or like exam stress, and it's just like you go there and I don't know. I feel like, I mean, so lots of them do show the loneliness, but not even how you can have friends and just feel lonely because it's that insecurity of whether they feel the same way about you feel about them. And I think it's nice to properly show that it is like how lonely it can really be.
For sure.
Yeah. For sure. Anyway, my 2020 film, which shockingly has a 3.8 stars on Letterboxd. Not that I trust it as a source, but I chose Palm Springs, directed by Max Barbacow. Live Like There's No Tomorrow. I love this film. When I realised it was going to be one of those Groundhog Day trope things, so many films do that, you know, and you wake up and live every day like it's the same. And every film has that good old 20 minutes where the characters are trying to figure out if they're living the same day again or not. But luckily, Kristen Milioti finds Andy Samberg, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Pooh, you're in this world with me," and I just, it's a trope that's been done before, but it didn't feel like it was a film I'd watched before, if you know what I mean. I like that. I mean, lots of films do this. Like, I remember in Groundhog Day, what's his face? Bill Murray was driving off cliffs and stuff in his car. And I was like, Bill, what are you doing? But I think this shows such a relatable thing of these two really carefree, quite self-destructive characters, and just being like, let's just see how far we can drive in a day. Let's try and drive a plane. Let's just do all this shit. We know we're going to die. We know we're going to wake up tomorrow. And I just, and then J.K. Simmons is in it with a bow and arrow. It's just such a good film.
Great pick. Love this movie.
Yeah.
Love this genre. Yeah, it's great. Great pick. Is Jimmy Buffett? Is there a Jimmy Buffett song in this movie?
Oh, there might be. I can't remember.
I like when he does a speech at the beginning, the wedding speech.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
He interrupts her.
Another great time loop movie is Live Die Repeat.
What's that one about?
It's Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, and Tom Cruise is reliving the same day, and he has to fight aliens, and he has to try and destroy the core of what's powering the aliens. And Emily Blunt trains him every day. And she's got this massive sword, which is cool. Great movie.
Fantastic.
Have you seen Live Die Repeat? Edge of Tomorrow?
I don't think I have, no. But there's also Happy Death Day, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
that's all
that's what we have to say about that. Moving on to 2021, we have my pick is Bad Trip. This is one of my favorite comedies. It's very funny. It's starring Eric Andre and Lil Rel Howery. It's all filmed in the real world, so the story is happening, but it's just filmed with real people who don't know they're being filmed. And the movie it's not about making fun of the people, it's about the characters. It's about it just shows people trying to do the right thing and trying to help these characters. And it's just a really sweet film that shows the kindness of people. But it's also such a silly film. There's this one scene where the two characters wake up and they've both got their dicks in a Chinese finger trap.
What?
And they go into this barbershop to try and ask someone to cut the thing. And a guy comes at them with a knife and they have to run away. And it's for real, because that's what actually happened, because it's all set in the real world.
Dicks, those Chinese finger traps?
It wasn't their real dicks, it was fake dicks.
What does that mean?
It was they had fake dicks, which were inside the Chinese finger trap.
Where were their actual dicks?
They were hidden, I guess.
Oh. I don't like that.
Would you have preferred it if they used their actual dicks?
Maybe. That would have been a bit like a Jackass film, though, I suppose.
Yeah, it's worked on by some of the same people that did Jackass films.
Ah, I understand.
Yeah, and it's if you like Eric Andre, then you'll love this movie.
Eric Andre.
But yeah, that's my pick for 2021.
Hey, lovely. I really want to watch that. Except for the dick scene. I'll just skip that. My pick for 2021 is the reboot of Cinderella, starring Camila Cabello as Cinderella, as the eponymous character. This film is just awful. It's just terrible. And it's yet another musical that James Corden's in, and it's just, God, it's just horrible. I have seen this film so many times, and I always joke that it's woke Cinderella because it's just so girl boss and it's so awful. But the one thing that I do like in this film is Billy Porter. He sings that song, "When You Wish Upon a Star." Ooh. That's a great cover. But Billy Porter, famous homosexual man, plays the fairy godmother, but they changed the name to Fab G because you can't, in this 2021 day and age, you can't have a gay character called a fairy. I just think that's very good, but it's just so funny. It's also got an oddly good cast as well. Why is Pierce Brosnan in another singing role as King Rowan? Minnie Driver from Good Will Hunting is in this as well, and Idina Menzel. It's just and they sing, "I'm gonna fight 'em off, boo 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 boo, Seven Nation Army." Anyway, however that song goes, it's just terrible. It's just truly, truly awful. It's just two girl bars, and I hate it so much. These really renowned, well-established actors just seem to have forgotten their craft. And I just... Yeah.
Isn't James Acaster in this movie?
He is. Him and Ramesh Ranganathan play mice. But they play it with James Corden, so I've got no respect for it. No respect at all. But yeah, Cinderella in this, because it's a girl boss version, is a seamstress, and she makes at the ball. Not only does she fall in love, but she makes strong business connections. It's just goodness.
Well, it sounds great. I'm not gonna watch it. But I'm glad that you picked it.
Oh yeah.
Great. Anyway, moving on to 2022. My pick is Nope.
Oh.
By Jordan
Kiki
Peele.
Palmer.
And what I say when I watch this movie, I say yep. Because it's great. It's a great movie. It's like if Jaws was a cloud who was also an alien. It's got some horrifying scenes. It's a movie about spectacle.
Yeah.
It's just so entertaining. It's so fun. Kiki Palmer is amazing. She is so funny. She should be in everything. And I like Brandon Pereira. He's great. He's got bleached blonde hair, and he works at a computer hardware store, and he like sets up cameras for them because they're trying to film the aliens so they can get on Oprah and become famous. But what happens is the electricity gets stopped by the aliens, so they have to try and find a way to do it without using electricity. And they get Michael Wincott, who plays a cinematographer, and he tries to film it with a hand film camera thing that you turn. There's this great scene. This is a spoiler. If you haven't seen Nope, go see Nope. Have you seen Nope?
I haven't seen Nope.
Nope Are you okay if I spoil it?
Okay, yeah.
There's this great scene where all these people are sucked into the alien and they all get crushed in the inside of the alien. And it's one of the most horrendous things I've ever seen. It's terrifying. It's so claustrophobic.
Oh,
And
goodness.
yeah, it's Daniel Kaluuya, amazing actor.
Yeah.
Should be in the running for the next Bond, I think. He's so great. He's British, so he can play Bond. We did have an Australian once play Bond, George Lazenby.
Really? Yeah. I just wish Timothy Dalton did more. He's such a, like, proper Bond archetype man with his thick mustache.
I've never seen any of the Timothy Dalton movies.
He only did one.
He did two.
Oh. Maybe, oh. I've lost credibility now.
No comment.
Alright.
What's your pick for 2022?
My 2022 pick is the film Lyle Lyle Crocodile, directed by Josh Gordon and Will Speck, featuring another film in Will Speck's what's it called, discography, or whatever you want to call it, is the film The Switch, which I reviewed last episode, where Jason Bateman spunks in a cup and Jennifer Aniston has his baby. But yeah, this film shows a new little family move into their house in New York, and what do you know? There's a talking crocodile that lives in the attic, and his owner is the sketchy stage man played by Javier Bardem. What's he doing in this film, for real? But, you know, Shawn Mendes sings a whole lot of songs, and the little son becomes best friends with the singing crocodile. Constance Wu is in this film, and I love her. I just think she's such a comforting mum actress. Like, I think she's just great. But yeah, what the fuck was this film? It was just what? But yes.
So the crocodile is voiced by Shawn Mendes.
Yes. The caption is, "He knows every scale."
Oh, I see. That's good. That's smart. That's clever.
Yeah, but it's not CGI. It's a real crocodile. Shawn Mendes gets inside, Star Wars style.
Star Wars style.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah, and I forgot that the Lyle is selectively mute. He doesn't talk, but he sings.
I see.
Classic trope is done to death. Of your selectively mute reptile.
True, I see that trope all the time. I can't think of a single example off the top of my head, but I definitely see it.
Take a hike, Hollywood.
Take a hike,
Why don't you
Hollywood.
go to a writer's room and think of a new idea for once?
You said it first.
Yeah, I did.
Well, that's Lyle Crocodile. Another great movie, which I haven't seen, but I bet it's great. My pick for 2023, an incredible year for films. This was very hard to narrow it down to just one movie. My pick is Blackberry.
Blackberry.
It's a film about the making of the BlackBerry phone, which was the first phone to have, like, emails on it and text messages and stuff like that.
Love Blackberries.
And it's directed by Matt Johnson, who did this show called Nirvana the Band, the show. It's like my favorite comedy show, at least, ever. It's so funny. It's really hard to find. If you just search it up on Google, and you'll be able to watch it. Yeah, this movie's great. It's got Glenn Howerton playing Jim Balsley. And he's got like he shaved the top of his head but kept the hair on the sides.
Vicar style.
Vicar style. Looks great. I'd love to do that one day. And yeah, he's loud, he shouts. He's so good in this movie. It's got a great score by Jay McCarroll. It's very similar to The Social Network. It's like the best movie in that genre I've seen since Social Network, which isn't written by Aaron Sorkin. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Sounds good. My 2023 pick is a film that we watched together, actually. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nuggets.
Oh, we didn't actually finish this.
Oh, I did.
You finished it, but I didn't.
I thought you'd already seen it.
No.
Oh, well, colour me a bitch. Bleep. I'm sorry about that, David.
Gonna have to cut that out.
This film is just... The first Chicken Run is probably one of the best films ever made. That goes on my top letterboxd. Yeah. And this film, I mean, I like the continuity. It's like Ginger and Rocky have their baby. And it's very cute. And, you know, this time they're breaking in instead of breaking out. And I like that you see their whole little commune of women after they escape the chicken farm. And there was a Geordie chicken, which was interesting. I liked the Geordie chicken. And I like that Bella Ramsey, who plays their daughter, Bella Ramsey just always plays someone queer. Like, even this chicken was gay as hell, and I love it.
Great.
Yeah, as for the film itself, all I'll say is, oh.
What was that? Hello?
That's my pick for 2023.
Great. That's great. Yeah, I remember it being good.
Yeah.
This is moving on to our final pick, because we're not doing 2025.
Yes.
My final pick, is Challenges. Challenges was my favorite movie of last year. It is incredible. 3 lead performances. It's... What can I say about it? It's about tennis, but it's not really about tennis, but it's about other stuff.
It's about bouncing balls, all right.
All right. It's so good. I love the score. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. It's a great thing to listen to if you're running somewhere. If you're running away from someone, that is trying to catch you. Great music to listen to. I don't know anything about tennis, but I didn't need to.
You didn't need to.
I didn't need to. When the film ended, I sat in the cinema until the credits had finished and just did not move because I was so moved by the film. And
it's got a great soundtrack.
Yeah. It just makes you want to stand up and scream like Zendaya does at the end of the movie. Spoilers. Makes you want to go, yeah! It's a great movie. Directed by Mr. Luca Guadagnino.
Sick name.
Who also directed Call Me By Your Name.
Yes, he did.
And he directed
Two Boys Yearning.
Two Boys Yearning.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Zendaya is incredible in this movie.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
Jumping the gun.
Just try to add a little bit more.
I love her bob in this film.
Love her what?
Her bob.
Oh yeah, yeah, it
To
looks great.
signify she's old.
Yes.
Because all women past a certain age, it happens to us all.
One day it will be you.
I'll get bobbed. Watch out.
Watch out.
I'll
There's
be
no
even more
stopping you.
anonymous. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to your final pick.
My final pick is Heretic, however you say it, directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, starring Hugh Grant. I watched this film recently, and it scared the blooming life out of me. It's like a horror thriller thing, and you know what? It was really scary. It was a very big fear. Just a man who just talks at you. A very big fear of mine. I really enjoyed this film because it was very, not tropey, but sort of like, we watched the beginning of this film, we were going like, oh, like, who do you think's gonna die? Like, what's gonna happen? Because it's very much like the when they set the scene, you know, it's these two very innocent Mormon girls. The opening scene, they're talking about porn and not understanding, because, you know, they don't have sex, they don't know anything, and they go to this guy's house to try and get him in on their mission, you know, convert him to being a Mormon, and you know, they're stuck in this man's house, and there's one girl who's very loud, mouthy and outspoken, one who's very quiet and just seems quite ditzy and is very obsessed with being a Mormon, and you're like, okay, why, we know who's going to die, we know what's going to happen, but then it does subvert it, and it's, I mean, lots of people didn't really like it that much, but I just really like the sort of discussion it had about religion and free will, because he's talking about like everything you've done since coming to this house, like, I know what you're going to do, and it's the thing that lots of people say is like, nothing, some people like you don't believe in free will, and saying like, and every decision we make, even though right now I could decide sit up and smack my head against the wall randomly, that's still not a free will. That's still influenced by everything that's happened in the world around me and everything that's happened to me before. Like, you don't decide anything. No one can truly decide anything they do. And I just think, like, I just love that sort of discussion, and to do with religion as well, and how so many religions are sort of brothers and sisters of the other, but the refusal to acknowledge that. But it's, I just really liked it.
Great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie.
I'd recommend it.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Well, that's our picks. That's the end of our lifetime list. I'll be linking the list below. It'll be on my letterbox. And we're gonna be back next Thursday with a movie. We're gonna do movies every week. We'll do movie, and we'll only talk for about 20 minutes or so about the movie. But it's gonna have segments. It's gonna be fun. And the movie in question, here's a hint. I'm just gonna say the name of the movie though, is Speed Racer.
What? That is the name of the movie.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Here's a hint. It's called Speed Racer. Anyway, I've been David Daniel.
And I've been Mary J. Slide.
And we'll see you next time.
Next time. Bye.
Bye.